time now to move over from the pinball table to another table that involves moving balls. It's pool or snooker, and the game is on cue. Here's the front cover, and not much to say about it really. It's a mad release, as you can see. The logo is quite nice, and it's got a very serious looking chap firing snooker balls towards you. Spine's got the logo on, no surprise there. On the back, some screenshots which are of a snooker or pool table. And the blurb says, "Control that cue ball, a challenging real-life simulation which combines pool and snooker on the same cassette. An absolute must for both enthusiasts and beginners." I don't know if that means the game's a combination of snooker and pool, which would just be weird, or if there's actually both games are included. And here's my answer. Basically, pool and snooker are available as two separate games. Pool on the first of one side and snooker first on the other side of the tape, to give you two chances to load the game. If it doesn't load, turn the tape over and try the other side. I think there's an indication of how reliable the tapes are expected to be. And then it's basically got the instructions of how to play snooker, the instructions of how to play pool, and how you control the game, and the loading instructions. So this is the snooker game that's loaded up here. As you can see there, it says Mastertronic presents Snooker 87, and there's a few options down the bottom there. It does look like it's about to start going into a demonstration. It says demonstration on the left, but nothing's really happening. Oh, there we go. So the computer's doing its own demo now, which is kind of cool, I suppose. But we don't want to watch that, we want to play it ourselves. So you press run, stop or restore to exit. That takes you back to the starting screen. A few options. You can change the players, so you can have player A versus player B, player A versus computer, computer versus player B. That's the options basically. So we do player A versus computer. You can do F3 to set the table, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. You can basically move balls around, remove them, and try different shots and things like that. And also we've got F5 to start the game, so let's do that. And as you can see, it says playing frame. First of all, you can move the joystick up and down to change the computer's level. We'll just leave them at level 4, and then you press fire and I get to start. So the next thing you can do is position the white in the D to start the game, and then you position the cross, which you can see moving around the table, to do the break. So we'll just go there. You can add spin by moving left or right on the joystick to put left or right spin on it, and you can also do the power, which again you move the joystick left and right and the power bar moves backwards and forwards. So let's give it a good whack, see what happens. And I've missed. Good start. Didn't get the angles quite right there, it's fair to say. Oh, but straight away the computer's potted the white, so I'm actually at an advantage. I gave 4 points away, so did the computer, and it's my shot. So, and he's left a red right by the pocket there, so I'll try and pot that. So first of all I can position the white in the D again, because the computer potted the white. It's quite difficult to get precise movement on the joystick, it's fair to say, when you're positioning the white. So let's try and pot this ball. So we'll just aim the cue there. No, let's put no spin on it. Drop the power back a bit as well. There we go, I've potted a red. Exciting stuff. So now I am going to select a colour. How do I do that then? Well, what's going to be the best one to go for? Probably from here, well, none of them really, but let's go for the green. There you go, so you choose the green, it lights up on the left there. So if you change to brown, it changes to brown. So that's quite cool. So you have to nominate which colour you're going for. So we go for the green. I'm never going to pot this in a million years, I don't think, but we'll just give it a whack and see what happens. So we'll hit it really hard and hope it goes in somewhere. Not exactly. Oh, but I've created another foul by potting another red. I've never been much good at snooker. So that's basically snooker. I'll play through a little bit more. You don't need to see a whole game of snooker develop on video, I wouldn't have thought. So I'll play through a bit further and we'll see how it ends up, and then we'll load up the pool game. So I've played through quite a bit of the game now, and as you can see, it's a very highly scoring game. The computer is currently beating me 28 points to 26, and there's only 2 reds left on the table, and the highest break so far is a massive 8 points, which probably illustrates just how difficult it is to actually pot balls in the game. Strange things happen when you put spin on stuff. Actually, that wasn't a bad shot. But also, the table seems to be the fastest table in history because the balls just ping all over the place, which does mean you sometimes pot them when you're not expecting it. Also, the computer is utterly rubbish. He just hammers the ball all over the place. I don't know if that's just because I chose a relatively low difficulty setting, but he's dreadful. So I'll just try and hit this quite slowly. The problem is you just don't know. Ooh, that's quite a good shot actually. You just don't know how hard you need to hit it. There's no indication of just how hard it'll go depending on the level that you set for the power. So I've actually got a chance to pot another ball here now. Let's try and sneak this. No, let's go for this blue. Any kind of shot that involves any kind of cut, you've got no chance basically, but I'll give it a go nonetheless. That's particularly annoying when you choose a colour and then the crosshairs bounces all the way back to where you were in the middle. So let's just give that a whack and see how I get on. No, it was pretty close, but it's not going in. The graphics are pretty naff, but there's only so much you can do with a simulation of a snooker table, and the sounds are pretty poor as well. Strange things happen, as I was saying, sometimes when you hit the balls, they just don't go anywhere at all. It's like they're rooted to the spot. We probably won't see that during the next few shots, but you never know. As you can see again, the computer just hammers it and hopes for the best, it seems. Oh, I've missed the red now. Gives the computer the advantage. The computer seems dead set on audaciously bouncing the ball off every cushion before it goes into a pocket, which doesn't come off very often. Oh, that was close. Oh, it's going to go in the bottom. See, that's the only way you score, is from absolutely fluky shots like that. We'll go for the yellow here because that seems the most obvious one to go for. Give it a go with that. Another audacious fluky shot, rebounding it off the pocket, sorry, off the cushion and into the pocket. So we're down to the final clear up now. Got to go for yellow again. Give it a little bit of spin, and I've missed it completely. Ridiculous. So just the pink and black left to play for. This could still go on a while because both myself and the computer are equally as bad as one another. Alright, I should be able to sneak this in here, I reckon, with a light tap. No, messed it up completely. Or have I? Oh, a bit more power and that might have actually gone in that middle pocket. Computer's having to think about it this time. Triangulating all these shots. Come on. And that was the best he could come up with after all that. So in summary, while I try and finish this game off, it's not very good really. It's not like playing snooker really. You've got no idea how to line up a decent shot. It's a pure fluke if you pot a ball, and more often than not it just goes pinging around the table. So still the game goes on. Just try and get it through to the end. I actually wish the computer would suddenly get good at this so it'll actually finish the game off. Oh, I've missed it again. A number of times that's happened. That was the computer's best effort. Oh my god, it's gone. Oh, I thought it was going to go in then. Is it going to go in? No, it's not. I mean, the computer is just awful. there I hit the ball quite cleanly on the edge and it didn't move at all. Oh, there we go, the computer's finally potted the pink again with a completely ridiculous shot, and then potted the white as well, just to show how terrible this game really is. This could go on forever. So now the computer's potted the pink and there's only the black left, and I can't win unless I cause him to commit a load of fouls, so I don't know why the game's still going on, but I'll just try and finish it off with a bounce off the cushion there. No, totally messed that up. And left it pretty much over the pocket, so the computer should finish this off now. There we go. So the computer beat me 71 points to 44. Let's check out the pool now, shall we? So this is the pool, and it looks pretty much exactly the same as the snooker, except there's less balls on the table. For some reason they decided to make the pool balls either blue or kind of blue with a white centre, rather than perhaps red and yellow like a typical pool table might be. So the options are the same. You can, once you skip out of the demo, you can change the players, which we'll just leave as that, and set the table, which I'm not going to bother with, and start the game. So let's do that. Let's go with computer level 5, and looks like it's me to break. So we'll just hammer this right slap bang in the middle in typical game of pool style. No spin, lots of power. See what happens. The break's pretty dreadful. And despite several attempts, oh no, maybe, no, I haven't managed to pot a ball. So the computer does the same, and basically it's exactly the same as the snooker. All the options for setting the position of the shot and the spin and the power are all identical, and it's just as difficult to pot a ball. The computer got one in and has now potted the white, which should give me 2 shots, I believe. I am now stripes, or as it looks on the table, blue hollow balls. So let's give it a go. And is it following typical pool rules where you get 2 shots or not? Find out eventually. Yes, it is. Let's just clear these. There we go, spread those out a bit. Oh, I still haven't managed to pot one. Or have I? Well, that's just ridiculous. I've now potted one of my balls and the white in that top left pocket. So the computer's just potted his last ball and the black, and it's game over basically. I managed to pot 1 ball. Frankly, I don't fancy playing again. So in summary, you could say you get a bit of value for money by having snooker and pool on one cassette, but both games are pretty rubbish. Graphics and sound are nothing to write home about, and the gameplay is really difficult. It's hard to judge how hard to hit the ball, when to put spin on, etc. I guess if you played it endlessly you might get more to grips with it, but frankly I can't be bothered. This was a mad release, so it would have been $2.99, and I don't really think it can be said it's worth that much. I would have rather had 15 games of pool and on a real pool table and actually feel like I had a bit more control over it.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. 2, 1, 0.